good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to y'all. I'm running a little bit behind schedule today. I should have left about 15 minutes ago. It's actually 6:21 right now. I just was dragging this morning for some reason, trying to get out of the house. I wasn't like I was just dragging tired. It was just like, you start doing one thing and then the next. And it's like, girl, you better get yourself together and get up out of here. So, yeah. I'm on my way to work. Of course, I get there long before 7 o'clock, but still, I normally see the kiddos out here at the bus stop. They ain't even out here today because the bus done picked them up. They normally be waving. Now, look at here. Guess they say, where's she at this morning? But anyway, she always rolling through here. Anyway, how y'all doing this fine Thursday morning? How you doing this fine Thursday? We woke up and we blessed. We woke up and we blessed. Yes, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for one more day. Another day of grace and mercy. A gift. We open our eyes today. Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Whatever it is, this too shall pass. Y'all, I'm going to talk to y'all just for a brief minute. I ain't going to talk to y'all the whole time because y'all want to hear all this jack talking I'm doing. Did a little birdie. Anyway, I'm prompted because I know I hadn't talked about this in a while. And someone wrote a few comments on a old, and I just happened to be going through some of the comments yesterday. And because I told y'all, even when I don't get to respond, I do try to read them. Right? Y'all have some. It's some strawberries. I'm sorry, I ain't even off y'all. I'm so selfish. I'ma do better. Anyway, and it was in regards to retirement. Well, the comment started off. Y'all know I went to Savannah for my birthday, right? And so the comment started off saying that you have to, I can't remember the dollar amount. It may have been $1,500. Rents are $1,500 a month in Savannah. And you have to make 4 times your money. A person can't retire there because that would be $6,000 a month. And I pretty much responded, well, that's anywhere. And they said they made $750 they get in Social Security, right? And they went on to say that they don't know how single people or divorced people make it. Well, one of my comments was the same way they made it when they was working. They were single and divorced working, and I pretty much went on to say some of the things that I put in place. And that it was me and God, or God and me, that we got this, basically. And I don't know everybody's situation, but I'm going to say this. If you're still working, Lord knows I'm tired. Y'all know I hustle. And I do a lot of stuff because on my job, I sacrifice a large portion of my check to go into my 401k. A large percentage of my check. Besides, my check is budgeted to the T. So I hustle. With my social media money, I invest it and I give back with it. I got little side hustles. I try to keep my bills in check if I can. And I am an avid saver. But one thing I was telling my girlfriend recently, even with that said, me being a saver, and I told her, I said, with her and her husband, I said, y'all get to a point where y'all budget y'all money to do things, to go on vacation, to do that, and don't touch that. I have money set aside for that every year, and that's the budget item. That's a budget item every year for me. Now, of course, if some life-threatening emergency happened, of course I would touch it. But my sanity means a lot to me, and sometimes just getting away and getting a change of scenery and doing something different is important. So, and it took years for me to get to this point where I could do this. But even with that said, we found a way. Amber went somewhere, and we went somewhere every year. Sometimes I sacrificed and didn't go when she had several trips with the school and stuff, because she was in DECA and some other things, you know. So I sacrificed and didn't do anything. But, and I think if you can, it's important to see the world. And sometimes that's just right here in America. Sometimes you think it's funny, I'm being funny, but sometimes that's right in your own city. It's places right here, as small as Olive Branch is, that I ain't been in Olive Branch, that I could use going to see, just to be honest with you. But anyway, getting back to the retirement thing, right? So I went on to say that I would get my Social Security based on my earnings, so my Social Security would be decent. Up until last year, the company had a paid for, fully funded pension by them. And if you were, oh, thank you, sir, because I ain't going through that hole. If you were already employed, you still are in the pension if you choose to do so, which I did, choose to stay in the pension. Or you can get a different match in your 401k, but I still do the 401k well. I just decided to go with just the lower match in my 401k and to keep the fully funded pension. Because there was a time when I had to stop contributing to my 401k, that pension was still being funded. And I remember that. And I said, regardless, I'm still going to have a pension. So, or like I said, they stopped the pension for anybody knew you had to already be there and be in it. So basically, I'm saying that's a blessing. And who knows, they may stop it for us in a minute. But I'm already vested, of course, because I've been there 20 years. And what I'm going to say is this. My 401k is way behind. I should have way more in as long as I've been there. But I don't. Because like I said, I got out of it when Emma was in school. I took loans and stuff. But you do stuff like that. And I was hustling. What I'm going to tell you, if you're still working right now today, if you start today, whatever you save today, if you got 10 days till you retire, and you can't save but $10, $1 a day, that's $10 more than the zero you would have had. Don't beat yourself up about where you got to start. And that was a simplistic example, right? For example, I don't plan on working. I plan on retiring when it's time, basically. So, I'm 55 now, right? Right. Whatever I do from now until the time I retire, until God say, this is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have more than what I started with. I'm going to have more than zero. So, if you got to start today, you can't dwell on what was and what you didn't do and what you did. You can start right now. Do what you can, is what I'm saying. And don't worry about the rest. I would encourage everybody, because everybody, you can't base what your Social Security is going to be based on what somebody else is saying. Your Social Security is based on what you did in your working years, or if you get your husband's or your spouse or whatever Social Security. It's based on that. So I would encourage everyone, and I look at mine annually. Go on the Social Security website, sign up, get your Social Security statement every year and review it. And it will list from the time I was 16. It's got every year I've worked down the thing. And I saw how my salary went up. Then I saw how it dipped back down. Went back up, dipped back down. But it's been pretty steadily rising over the last few years. Except for, it had a few little hits and valleys and stuff. But what I'm going to tell you is get that so you'll kind of get an idea of what you could, I look and see if, okay, say if I decide to retire at 62. If I decide to retire at 63, if I decide to retire at 64, a full retirement age, it tells you each year what you will get. But I plan on taking mine right away. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, and then it also will tell you what you get if you have to go on disability, which is higher, by the way. But yeah, those are the type of things you need to do. You need to plan of what type of money you think you're gonna need in retirement. And I think we can make the best laid plans and it's still not enough. But I mean, just get an idea of what, because my income is gonna be considerably less in retirement. But I'm still not staying on no job for money. You cannot be so money centric. Don't get me wrong, I know you need money to live. And like I said, I started a Roth IRA a few years ago. And it doesn't have a lot in it, but it has something in it. Again, that's more than what I have. I have a Roth, I have my 401k, I have my pension, and I'll have Social Security. And then I have investments that I intend to take the dividend. And I intend to, right now, reinvest my dividends. But when in retirement, my dividends, whatever they are monthly, because I get dividends every month. I have my investment portfolio is as such. And that's why I stress investing. My investment portfolio is such that I get dividends from something, from Coke this month, from MAA this month, I'm just giving some different ones, from Pepsi Cola this month, from BGS, from Kraft Heinz Foods, from Apple, different ones that I'm invested in, that I get from Ford, from different ones that give dividends, So that's just the kind of stock that I have in mind. And then I have some ETFs and some mutual funds in there. So you have to think about that. Think about, my goal is I'm going to cut off the drip. And I'm going to start getting those dividends in form of, income for myself. I'll leave my investments and get the dividend income. And I plan on using that for my grocery. It's what I told my brother. He said, I have to think about that. I said, that's my plan. I have planned even for how I'm going to allocate my funds in retirement. And I still want to. I don't know. That's why I go now too, because I don't know. I hope I'm still able to travel and do in retirement, but I don't know. So I go and enjoy things while I can, while I'm able to go, where I have mobility and things like that, even if it's slower and I move slower and I have to get a scooter some places, that's okay, and I don't know that what I'm going to be able to do in retirement, but I plan to still do and live and go. And I plan to, wherever I decide to live or retire to, I plan to enjoy. I also enjoy my home and being at home and things like that. So, but I just wanted to kind of touch on that. And I know I hadn't talked about investments in a while. I hadn't talked about retirement in a while and things of that nature. But I want to encourage you that wherever you start, if you start today, just start. Just start, because if you start today, and people can always be critical about what you're doing and how you're doing it, but this is your journey and this is your life and this is what you're going to have to do. And believe you me, I've been there where I didn't have a dime to put nowhere, to put in nobody's retirement. And sometimes when you are single, you have to look at things and plan things out. I mean, even when you're married, I would hope that you're sitting down discussing things with one another. How's this going to look? How many more years are we planning on working? Of course, I don't have nobody to confer with. And the one thing I've always said, and I've always been this way, and I've had opportunity, believe you me. I was reflecting on when I had an opportunity to have somebody buy me a car, and I'm like, no, if it's not going to be in my name, I don't want it. I don't want to be with somebody for financial sake, for money. I still really always want to be with somebody because I genuinely care about them. Do I have expectation that they're going to be contributing and do what they're supposed to do? Yes, I do. Because that's what I came from. So I don't accept if God should lead me in that direction to get remarried again. But no. I said I wasn't talking. It's already been 15 minutes. I looked up here. It's 14:32. Y'all know I can talk. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just running off at the mouth. And I'm talking about I was going to pick up after work. But I ain't going to pick up after work because I done went on this morning. But I just kind of wanted to touch bases on that because that was something that was said in the comments about, what single and married people do. But it needs to be the same journey if you're single by yourself or if you're married. And then you'll get to a point where, even though I help my daughter sometimes now, she basically has a good job. She takes care of her. She pays her rent. She pays her. She takes care of what she needs to do. Would I like her to do some better things? Yeah, with her finances, yes, she does. I would, but these young folks, but we were young too. We did some things, and my brother said, we messed up money, and we had to learn. And you would think that, you teach your child, and they would be making the same, but they're gonna make their own mistakes. They're gonna have their own journey. And she's learning, that I gotta have an emergency fund. I gotta have this, that, and the third. Because mama ain't gonna always be here. So that type of thing. You can't just live like you ain't got no running out. Your spout ain't gonna get turned off with the money. It ain't no money tree. But that's a lesson learned. Some lessons that she has to learn that I had to learn too. But the difference is I had her at her age, and she doesn't have any children. So that's the difference. But anyway, I just want to kind of encourage you that you can do it. It may look like you may be in a season right now where every dime you got is budgeted, and even that it ain't enough. Because, baby, I've been there. I've been there where I had to take vacation days because I didn't have gas money in my car. And at the time, I was hustling when she was in school. Lyft didn't pay every day. Now, well, it's a few years ago when I was still driving for Lyft, you could get paid every day. They had, you could work and get your money off every day. But see, back then, you was only getting paid once a week. And so my Lyft money wasn't covered, and I would have to send her money. Sometimes be my last 20. She'd be like, Mama, I ain't got, okay, 20, 25. And I never would ask. And that's my problem. I never would ask nobody to, and I was telling Shirley, rest in peace, I was telling her one time, she said, you could have asked me for anything. And I knew I could have. It was several people I knew I could have gotten something for. But, it's just like, I don't want to be behind in the hole getting something from someone else and then be in the hole. And I know some people are just straight out giving it to me, but I just never wanted that. So I get it. I get it when you don't have enough to make it from A to B, from one payday to the next. And I was earning a decent then. But people don't understand with a decent pay comes decent bills sometimes. So, and yeah, you get tired of hustling. And when I'm telling you, I don't want to have to hustle in retirement. I don't. Lord knows I don't. And I said that prayer to God, please, whatever it is, Lord, touch it and make it enough. Touch it and make it enough. And I know that He will, because He make what I got now enough. He make it enough. And I'm thankful. But anyway, I'm going to get off here because I'm study talking as I do. But I want y'all to have a wonderful, joyful, and blessed day. I'm about 8 minutes out from work. Maybe 5 at the most, depending on traffic. But yeah, I'm getting on to get on, and I'm going to get myself together and get on up in the building. I act like somebody going to be there but me. Ain't nobody going to be there but me today. One of my co-workers is volunteering for the St. Jude golf tournament, and another one, she was there yesterday. And so I'm really, because I was going to work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But Tuesday, I wasn't feeling the best, so I worked from home, and I did have to present at a meeting on Tuesday. But fortunately, it was a Zoom, and I could call in and present on the Zoom, which I did. And you know how you just dragging, and I'm like, if I could just lay down a little while longer. And that's the blessing of being able to work from home sometimes, the 2 days. It's like when you're not feeling it, getting up at 5 in the morning, you can kind of lay down about 6:30, 7 o'clock and still get up and still be on clock and work. You don't have to worry about driving across town and things like that. So that is the blessing of it all. And I'm thankful, for the hybrid schedule. Yes, I would love sometime to have it all every day, but hey, I'm thankful for the 2 days. I'm thankful for the 2 days. It rained yesterday. I wonder if it's going to rain today, because it's kind of a little gloomy, cloudy like. Anyway, I ain't shut up yet, have I? I guess y'all say, Miss Donna, you just yakety. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. I want you to know you're loved. I love you, but God truly loves you the most. Remember to always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. Love y'all. Bye.